My name is Chad Edward Carl Brummund. I am the owner of Professional Mobile Therapy, PMT for short. Originally, my plans were to do, I was living in Calgary, was to do mobile therapy, go to people's place of business and house. And I was coming out here as well. And so my goal was to get people underneath me and I just send them off to places, right? But this opportunity came back in my hometown here, Hanna, to work with Dr. Larson as a contractor, and the opportunity was too good to pass up. So I came out here, and I'm my own boss, right? Have my own clientele. We refer back and forth. It's kind of a one-stop shop here. We all work together, and basically, the ultimate goal of, at least to speak for myself, is to make each client that comes through here pain free and live a healthier lifestyle. In the massage business and athletic therapy, let's see, 2009, I finished my exams, so I've been practicing on and off massage since 2009, and my athletic therapy's been, I think it was 2007. But I haven't really been using that till I started my massage. So I guess using everything since 2009. No, a buddy in when I was going to school, a buddy and I, we started a tree planting company. This was, I don't know, 2006 maybe, and it was in Calgary and it went quite well. And then it was only for one season, and then we kind of went our separate ways, kind of thing. Technically, no. I was born in Lethbridge, but when I turned 2 weeks, I moved here. So, yes, really. Yeah, I lived here. All my schooling was here. I went to school. We had the elementary school, and we had the junior high and the high school, so which are all torn down now, and it's all one school. So lots has changed since I've moved back. I've been away from Hanna for like 20 some years, and then came back because I left in '98, and then came back in 2016, like full time.
And you're saying the business with Dr. Larson brought you back to town?
Yes, yeah. So, because I was coming out here in 2014, I believe it was, part of the mobile. I was coming out here for a week every month, and I was at my mom's hairdressing salon until she retired. And then I was at her old salon, which was part of my dad's house. I kind of made like a home business there. Did that for about a year, both of those for 2 years, roughly. And then Craig, Dr. Larson, kept referring people to me and back and forth, right? And then his therapist moved away. And then he's like, yep, need you here. So we talked and basically shared our goals, our future goals, short-term, long-term, etc. And we're on the same page. And having this multidisciplinary place where people can come, and you got your massage, chiro, personal trainer, etc. So it was a great fit. It can be stressful, I guess, because you're trying to support your family and that kind of stuff, right? It's been, like I said, these past 2 years has been fantastic. Got to know a lot of people even more intimately, if you will, that I didn't know before. I just kind of knew their name. So by being a part of the community and having kids that are involved in certain stuff in the community, it's been fantastic. I've always wanted to have my own business. I actually always wanted to start up a gym and then have a clinic in there and a one-stop shop kind of thing, right? So I was actually working on the rigs as a roughneck, trying to pay off debt for school, right? And coming up with lots of ideas while I was doing that. And then the government got voted in and kind of kiboshed that idea with the working on the rigs. So I'm like, well, I'm going to get my business started a couple of years earlier. So, which was the mobile, right? And my goal, like I said, was to be able to expand to the point where I was in charge and just booking people and off you go. And then I would take a percentage or whatever, right? But have a fleet of therapists, right? So that was the ultimate goal. And then eventually getting into like even sending personal trainers and chiros and everything, right? So, but as I've been learning over my 40 years on this earth, like things change, right? And usually for the better, if you can see long term. So coming out here was fantastic, right? Originally, I actually shadowed Craig Larson. I thought I was going to be a chiro, but then things kind of changed, and I was like, well, I want to go through the athletic therapy route. So I got my degree in kinesiology at Augustana, and then from there went to Mount Royal, got my athletic therapy, and then realized, that's not quite what I want. I like the clinical setting, but not so much working with teams all the time, because you're always traveling, you're away from home. So I was like, well, I'm pretty good at hands-on stuff and working with tissue and that kind of stuff and the massage aspect of things. So I was like, I'll get my massage and then incorporate my athletic therapy into that. I guess it'd be trying to organize myself to, because sometimes I can get behind, because you're dealing with people. You can't just be like, okay, and we're done talking, off you go, and go on to the next person. So sometimes I kind of go in, because I have 15-minute breaks in between each client, and I use that for doing like the transaction and doing notes, changing the bed, that kind of stuff. So sometimes I go into that, and then I get behind, right? So just becoming a little bit more organized in that regard, that's probably been the biggest thing, really. So helping people, like, by far. So if someone comes in, they're in pain, right? And then you work on them and you're able to get rid of that pain, right? Some people come in here and they bear all their feelings, they bear their soul, right? Because I think they think, well, I'm disrobed underneath, blankets. I might as well tell them everything, kind of thing, right? So being able to share in those moments and help people and talk to them and, just be there for them in that regard too. So that's not really my job description, but to be able to have that, it's been a huge blessing, right? So it's been fantastic to be my own boss, really, to be able to set my own hours, of course, to help people and to support my family. Well, because when you're your own boss, you tend to spend a little bit more time than you would if you were just a 9 to 5 employee. So I've had to spend some extra hours here and there, getting things ready, whether it's a program or studying up on an injury or that kind of stuff, cleaning, right? Because you're in charge of everything. To be more organized, to not say yes to everyone, to not be a yes man, to put time and energy into yourself, right? Because if you're not on it 100%, you can't help someone else, right? So making that me time, and that me time includes saying, no, I'm spending time with my family, or I need to work out, or I just need some time, right? So, because like I said, this job can be emotional draining too, because people are telling you problems, as well. So just to have that time, take time for yourself, to sum that all up, really, right? Knowing, basically dealing with your finances properly, right? And taking some me time, right? So that includes not just you, but like with your family and everything, right? And the third would be communication, and that includes whether it's with your family, clients, coworkers, etc. Find mentors that can help you out, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You might see these other people, entrepreneurs, that they're very successful and everything, and it's very easy to think, well, look at all the stuff they're doing on their own, but you don't realize the support system they have behind them and that got them there.
Do you say you have a strong support system here?
Oh yeah. Dr. Larson's fantastic. Very good. More help, right? Like, I joke, but it's true too. Like, to make my business thrive, I need time to, to stay on top of notes and stay on top of, researching for exercises and educating myself, because you're always doing continuing education. But I'm very blessed that I'm busy, right? But when you're busy, you don't always have the extra time to do as much reading and research that you'd like. So it's by Denzel Washington, and he says, do the things that you need to do before you do the things that you want to do.